The fight between renting and buying is on. In this episode of The Desert Life, I'm going to share with you how rising rental rates are making mortgage payments more desirable and more affordable. Before we get rolling, please do me a favor and subscribe, like, and share. And I really appreciate your support. So let's get down to business. Now, if you're currently renting and thinking of buying, then you need to know that there is a battle between renting and buying. Now, let's talk about this for a second. First of all, the Phoenix market for home sales is on fire. For the 13th straight month, the median purchase price for a resale on a single family home increased and a new record has been set. The median purchase price in the Phoenix market was $445,000 in June of this year. Now, check this out. In June of 2020, the median purchase price was $340,000. So this is an increase of about 31%. Now, let's talk about rental rates. The median monthly rent as of June of this year was $21.90. Just in June of last year, it was $17.95. This is an increase of 22% since June of 2020. So to say that Phoenix is a hot market for resales and rentals is an understatement. Now, if you're currently renting and wondering if it's even worth buying, let's look at mortgage rates. For now, let's just consider a 30-year term where at the time of the recording of this video, the fixed rate is 2.875%. So let's say hypothetically you buy a house that costs you exactly what the current median purchase price is, $445K, and you put down a 20% down payment. With this interest rate, your monthly mortgage would cost you approximately $1,914. Now keep in mind, this does include an annual tax of 1% and an estimated home insurance of $800, but it does not include any other fees that may be added to your mortgage payment, nor does it include any possible HO fees, which typically are paid separately anyways. Now, let's say you put down a 3.5% down payment. Using the same criteria, your monthly mortgage payment would be approximately $22.19. Now, just in case you didn't know, you will have to pay private mortgage insurance or PMI when your down payment is less than 20%. And this was not included in our hypothetical situation. So let's break down these numbers. With a 20% down payment, the estimated monthly payment is $276 less than the median rent. And with a 3.5% down payment, the estimated monthly mortgage payment is only $29 more than the median rent. Again, this is a hypothetical situation, but it can give you an idea of how this battle between renting and buying is pretty much neck and neck. Having a mortgage payment with today's rates may be cheaper than renting in some cases. So owning a home can initially cost you less, and it definitely levels out in the long run, especially if you own your home for at least 5 years. Now, I say 5 years because that's typically the break-even point between renting and buying. But like I explained earlier, with interest rates being so low and the rising rental rates, buying can be cheaper from the jump. Now, there are other benefits to home ownership, like building equity and increasing your net worth, receiving some tax breaks from Uncle Sam, and providing stability for you and your family, as well as financial stability. Now, I say financial stability because when your mortgage rate is fixed, your monthly payment will not fluctuate, whereas with rent rates, they can increase from year to year. So just like we're seeing here in the Phoenix market. At the beginning of the video, remember, I talked about how just last June, the median monthly rent was $17.95. Now, in just of June of this year, it's $21.90. And speaking from my own personal experience, I rented when I first moved to the Phoenix area back in 2009, and my rent was about $900. This was a 3-bedroom, single-family home, nothing fancy. That home today is being rented for about $1,500 per month. So to say that there is definitely more stability with home ownership, for sure. Now, I realize that renting may be your only option at this time, and people rent for different reasons. Maybe you're in a town or a city for a short period of time, or maybe you just moved to town and haven't really had a chance to see where you want to live or where you want to buy a home. Maybe you're renting because you're working on your credit or dealing with some other financial challenges. I get it. Like I said, I rented for several years before owning a home. Buying a home will be one of the biggest financial transactions you'll experience. So you definitely want to make sure that it's the right move. Now, if you know down the road that you eventually want to be a homeowner, here are some tips to help get you started. Pay down your debt as much as possible, or better yet, pay it off to zero balance. Increase your income, and this will actually help you pay down your debt faster. Save for your down payment and closing costs. Now, Keep in mind, some mortgage payments require as little as a 3.5% down payment, but remember, you will have to pay that private mortgage insurance if your down payment is less than 20%. Also, establish an emergency savings of at least 3 to 6 months so that you can be ready for the unexpected. Now, if you're looking for some ways to increase your credit score, click on the link above because I share a hack that you can use that just might give your credit score the boost that it needs. If you want more information on the home buying process, click on the link below where you can access a simple roadmap of the process. I'm Renee the Realtor. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.